Recently, Armenia has shown interest in acquiring India's Su-30MKI fighter jets or upgrading its existing Su-30SMS to Indian standards. This move comes amidst rising tensions with Azerbaijan, which is boosting its own air force with 40 JF-17 Block 3 jets from Pakistan. Armenia, feeling outmatched, is urgently looking to modernize its air capabilities. Armenia already operates 4 Russian-made Su-30SM jets, but these aircraft were grounded during the 2020 Nagorno-Karabakh war due to a lack of missiles and upgrades. The performance gap has forced Yerevan to look beyond Moscow for defense support, and India, with its upgraded and battle-tested Su-30MKIs, has emerged as a viable alternative. The Su-30MKI is India's most advanced and versatile multi-role fighter jet, jointly developed by Russia's Sukhoi and India's Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, or HAL. While the airframe is Russian, the aircraft is deeply customized with Indian, Israeli, and French avionics and weaponry. Key features include the integration of the indigenously developed Udam-ISA radar on the aircraft. It carries Indian-developed missiles like Astra, which is a beyond visual range missile, BrahMos, a supersonic cruise missile, and Rudram, an anti-radiation missile. The jet is also equipped with advanced Indian systems for jamming and countermeasures. And it's really combat-proven in terms of versatility, operating in varied roles, air superiority, ground attack, maritime strike, across India's borders. For Armenia, acquiring Su-30MKIs not only strengthens its air force, but also opens the door to advanced Indian weapons and radar systems that, are not part of the Russian Su-30SM version. India is reportedly in advanced discussions with Armenia, which may involve 2 possibilities. First, upgrading Armenia's existing Su-30SMS with Indian avionics, radar, and weapons to improve combat effectiveness. Second, the sale of 8 to 12 Su-30MKIs directly from HAL, possibly making Armenia the first international buyer of the Indian variant. This aligns with India's growing defense partnership with Armenia. Over the past few years, India has supplied Armenia with Swathi radars, Pinaka rocket systems, and anti-drone technologies. A potential Su-30MKI sale would further cement this partnership and project India as a reliable defense exporter in a region where Russian influence has, waned. Despite its high capability, India has not sold the Su-30MKI globally for several reasons. First, there are licensing restrictions. The Su-30MKI is based on Russian technology, and while India has manufacturing rights under license, exporting it actually requires approval from Russia, which makes the process diplomatically and legally pretty complex. Second, there's geopolitical caution. India has historically been quite careful about selling high-end weapon systems, especially to countries in active conflict zones. Third, the production has mainly focused on the Indian Air Force. Hindustan Aeronautics Limited was primarily meeting the needs of the Indian Air Force, and with over 270 Su-30MKIs already built, the production line has slowed down, so export focus is still relatively new. Lastly, the high cost is a factor. The Indian version of the Su-30MKI is more expensive because of its advanced subsystems, which honestly may not appeal to every buyer when compared to cheaper options like Chinese or Pakistani jets. The Armenia deal, if it materializes, could mark a turning point in India's defense export journey. HAL is eager to expand its global footprint, and a sale or upgrade project for Armenia could revive its production lines and boost India's image as a serious defense exporter. However, this will not be a simple transaction. Russia's approval is crucial, and India will weigh the geopolitical consequences. Yet, Armenia's move toward India is a sign that New Delhi's defense industry is gaining global attention, not just for smaller weapon systems, but now for advanced platforms like fighter jets. Armenia's interest in the Su-30MKI underscores India's rising profile in the global defense market. While India has traditionally avoided exporting high-tech platforms like fighter jets, the Armenia deal might become a milestone in changing that perception. Still, the final call will depend on strategic calculations, Russia's stance, and regional diplomacy. If you found this video insightful, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe. See you in the next video.